guys, it's Aku. I am finally back with the video on how I heal my skin after burning my neck using too strong of a TCA peel. The previous video, the thumbnail is a shot of my face during the peeling stage of TCA. For those of you who didn't watch the entire video or somehow didn't understand, my face did not burn from the peel at all. There was maybe a little bit of a spot here and the spots that I had tested the peel on before that were a little darker, but they did not burn. In terms of the areas that were burned and needed repair, it was my neck and it was in faces. So it was here, here, and a little bit here. Those are the only areas that I needed to work regularly to clear up hyperpigmentation, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, but those are the only areas I had to work on. So let me tell you what I did. Obviously, as I said in the previous video, my skin was burning, it was inflamed, I knew that I was burned. So what I did the next few days was I alternated between aloe vera topically, olive oil, shea butter, any kind of moisturizing, hydrating oils. I applied those to those areas, including my face, because I wanted to speed up the peel because I had an appointment, and I covered my face with saran wrap. So I would cut out around the eyes and nose and mouth so I could breathe, cover it with those hydrating and healing oils, and leave it on for 20-30 minutes, an hour if I could stand it. I did the same for my neck for probably the first week and a half, maybe 3 weeks after I had done the peel, to allow my skin to naturally start to heal on its own. The other thing I did was I increased my vitamin intake. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to watch my Understanding Hyperpigmentation video, because I explained some of these things in that video. But basically, with this incident specifically, I started taking high volumes of vitamin C. Vitamin C is known to have balancing, evening, healing, all kinds of healthy properties that have a positive impact on the skin. So when you usually have your daily intake of vitamin C through food, or maybe 1 pill a day, it goes to your cells and your organs first. If you take higher amounts, let's say not just 1 pill, let's say you take 2 pills a day or 3 pills a day, the surplus will then start to work on your skin. So in terms of the vitamin C, I started taking somewhere between 1,000 to 2,000 mcm per day, which isn't high. If my memory serves me correct, with vitamin C you can take up to about 5,000 micrograms per day without it having any adverse effects. Please check that information before taking any vitamin C, or check with your physician if you have any health issues before taking or higher amounts of vitamin C. I took vitamin C tablets maybe twice a day, so maybe 1,000 milligrams, micrograms twice a day. Your body's gonna take some and get rid of some. I feel like if you give it too much at once, you're gonna lose a lot. So I usually try to do maybe every 8 hours, take 2 pills, or twice a day, depending on how I'm feeling. So I did the vitamin C, I did the wraps, and then I used my Tretinoin 1% cream. I have fully explained Tretinoin on my channel with 2 videos. I'm gonna link the video for the Tretinoin 0.1% cream in the description box for you to watch. I give you full details on what to look for, how it works, and whatever else. Briefly, I will say Tretinoin works to accelerate the cell turnover rate of the skin and allow your skin to peel off dead skin and unpeel new skin. So I basically was using the Tretinoin on my neck, following it with moisturizer, which would have been shea butter or a bleaching cream. I didn't start using the bleaching cream until I would say 2 months after the peel. Okay, and then I use Koji acid soap. Now with the Koji acid soap, the way I use it, moisten my face, rub the soap in, let it sit 10-15 minutes. That is the same as my neck. Obviously that's part of my skincare routine to do both areas, so I'm not really distinguishing, but the main area that was scarred was my neck. So what I would do was moisten my face and my neck, apply the soap, let it sit. Sometimes it would tingle, sometimes it would burn a little bit. That was what I did for the first month, right? So I would wash my face with the Koji acid soap, I would apply the Tretinoin cream, I would follow with moisturizer, I would cleanse my face 2 times a day, and on some days I would apply moisturizer maybe 3 times a day, depending on what my skin looked like and how it felt. My face within 2 weeks looked perfectly fine. I think maybe this spot here was a little bit darker than everything else, but my face was fine. My neck, however, took months worth of treatment. By the 2nd month, what I was doing was TCA peels. Yes, but I was doing very, very low strength peels. So I was doing maybe 10 to 12% peels, applying them, and as I said, my skin wasn't peeling completely. So some areas would peel in a sheet a little bit and some areas would not. I know for me with Tretinoin, it works better in cycles. So I can do it for 3 weeks a month. It'll peel, and then it'll start to even out a little. When you're kind of starting to plateau and equal out and not see dramatic peeling, I would do another TCA peel. Low strength, 10%, 12% peel. It would loosen, it would peel a little bit, and and then I can go into the Tretinoin. I would say honestly by 3 months out, my neck was still a little discolored, but it was very faint. So I would apply the peel. After the peel, I would apply the moisturizers. I would take my vitamins. I would wait a week or two, and then I would start with the Tretinoin. I would apply the Tretinoin. The Tretinoin also allows my skin to peel. By the end of April, I could cover the darker areas of my neck with makeup, and it would be okay if I needed to. By the time we got to June, July, it was very faint, but as I said before, my hyperpigmentation and the way it presents itself is dependent on lighting. So at home in my mirror, my skin can look even and gorgeous, and then I would go to the mall and then I could see dark spots that are still deep within the layers of my skin. I continued to do this treatment for about 6 months. It wasn't because it was super dark or anything, but I just wanted it even. I wanted my neck to look like it looked like before. When I ran out of TCA, I purchased lactic acid. Another reason why I purchased the lactic acid was because I was still working on these 2 scars, which I'm going to insert a picture of this scar from a year before I started the peel so you can see how dark it was. The darkness has definitely broken down quite a bit, but it's still here. I haven't worked on this in almost a year because I've just been too busy with everything else, and when I do these things, it's a daily thing for me to make sure that I adhere to my treatment. So once I got into the 2-month mark, I started using the Vanity Planet cleansing brush system on my face and neck with the kojic acid soap. I have a full review on the Vanity Planet system. I think it works well. I think it speeds up your skincare journey and getting you towards your results by cleansing your face that way. But for the first month or 2, my skin was too sensitive. The trauma was too fresh for me to use that system on it, so I waited a little bit. Was using it twice a day. Some days I will use an exfoliating cleanser on my face. Obviously I said my face was an issue, so I would do a little of my neck, and then if I washed a second time in that day, I would use a hydrating or a moisturizing face cleanser to do the cleaning of my face. Those are the things that got rid of the scarring, the hyperpigmentation. So my top recommendations are vitamins, kojic acid soap, black soap if your skin is not sensitive to it, hydrating, moisturizer, sunscreen, and a cleansing brush. Or TCA peel if you actually have the ability to be patient. This is the point that I tried to make in the first video. For those of you who clicked on the video which basically says don't TCA at home and then try to tell me to go to a dermatologist, in that video I said if you are going to TCA, use lower strength peels for a long period of time. If you have really damaged skin from acne, scarring, or just your body hyperpigments like mine does, and you want a TCA peel, you need to have a 6-month to a 1-year plan. Look to get peels every 30 days to every 6 weeks for 6 months to a year. That's how you should be kind of marking your results. Don't expect to do 1-2 peels and in 2 months your skin makes a complete 360. Also, don't expect to do peels only. You should do peels, you should take vitamins, and you should make sure you're using the proper product that treats your skin issue. I did say I started using lactic acid peels. I was using low strength lactic acid peels, 12%, maybe 20%, just to like loosen up the skin. And so every time you do a peel and it sheds off that dead skin, you're losing some of that trauma and that damaged skin, but there's still some of it that's going to be retained in a different way, kind of like puzzle-like if you think about it. This is why I did several peels. I mean, this is my skin over a year later. I have not done a peel on my neck in a year. So like I said, I did this treatment for probably about 5 to 7 months. After that, I continued using kojic acid soap and my cleansing brush and my products and my vitamins, and so that helps keep my skin balanced out. I think there's a little bit of shadow here. As I said in the first video, I had that before. I just didn't notice it until after the peel, and there's nothing here. On this side, I had post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So I had some like white spots to where the peel really got deep and burned a little bit of skin. As I continued to use the peel in lower strengths and use the Tretinoin, these spots got less and less noticeable to the point where I think there's almost nothing there. Like honestly, I don't even look in the mirror and look for these things and think about, oh, I need to do a peel or I need to do this to balance out my skin. Part of it is I'm too busy, and the other part of it is because my skin is at a point where it looks really good for me, so I don't have time to trip. Later on, when I have more downtime, I'll probably be back on here talking to you guys about another product I'm trying for peeling and whatever else the case may be. So I'm going to insert some pictures of what my skin looks like to date. Also going to post a video on my channel about how to get rid of permatan for those of you whose focus is more skin body wise. If you have any other videos that you want to see, please post a comment. If I feel that I'm qualified enough to give you that information, I'll create the video for you. If not, I'll respond to your comment. As always, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to share, subscribe, and to like this video.